Welcome to the First 40 Sports Show. It's Black Thor, Ice Water, and Puma. And the big news that came out last night while I was watching basketball, it was like headline news. Luka Doncic traded for AD, Anthony Davis. So Davis is a Maverick now, and Luka Doncic is a Laker. And when I saw this, I said, you know what? It really makes sense because the general manager said, hey, defense wins championships. This guy's not going to come back and play defense. And so it sounded like he was uncoachable. You had Jason Kidd who co-signed it. Like, I'm in total agreements with this. And I think it caught Luka by surprise because I don't think he ever thought he would be leaving the Dallas Mavericks. He said in a little note after everything went down that he thought that he'd be there forever and that he would win a championship with Dallas. But you had your chance last year. You wouldn't step up and play defense. So here it is. You're a Laker now. I don't know what the Lakers are thinking because AD said a few days ago, I think January 23rd, the Lakers need another big man. Be careful what you say. Black?
I love it, man. I love it. I for the first time in a long time, I know we've been, ratting, hitting the NBA pretty hard. I like it that an owner, general manager, and a coach stood up and said, you know what? Either you're going to do it our way or you hell out here, bro. When you think about Luka, he's arrogant, big time, man. Huge. He always show up the team. He's out of shape. Like he Oreos all day, basically, like even before the game comes on, game gets start. He doesn't play any defense. He just wants the ball shooting. He cries to the referees. Man, at some point, that has to hurt the chemistry of your team. And Dallas has a very young core of players, bro, that they're trying to basically improve and grow and do something. And they got to the point where they got fed up with him. I mean, Jason Kidd has tried for the past year or two. And if you watch that NBA series, that was a joke. Him out there basically, Boston Celtics basically won that series saying, wherever Luka is guarding, we're going to give them the ball. Mm-hmm. Think about that for a second. Yeah. That's simple. Yeah. That was their whole game plan. So you didn't even have a chance to give your team to basically elevate them to win a championship. You probably came back this year not doing anything different for us on defense. You got that arrogant attitude, like you said. He said, "I'm gonna be here for forever." Anthony Davis, come on, man. I think both teams got tired of these players paying them a lot of money. They're not doing it. Anthony Davis, how long in the Lakers uniform you sat on the bench in street clothes? And you got a nerve to stand up like you said and say what they need? No, what they need is for your black asses to play some basketball consistently. That's what they needed. When you decide to play, I want to play. Oh my! I broke my fingernail. The man had 42 points a week ago, a few days ago. Now he's out for a week with abdominal muscle strain. What gives? So at some point, the franchise just gave up on him. I will say this about the Lakers. I don't think the Lakers is interesting, and I know we said this about a few teams in the NFL. I don't think the Lakers are interested in winning another championship. I think they like the fact that they're relevant. And that's one thing Luka will do is keep them relevant. He out there scoring a lot with the fans for the most part. Now you pair with LeBron, for a little while be relevant. And to me, that's what they care about. They're making money, they're relevant, and that's enough.
I'm looking at the statistics with Embiid, and I think Embiid is going to have the same fate as AD at this particular point. He played in 446 games. Guess how many games he missed?
50?
400. So he's he's missed about 47% of the games played in his career, and he's making a whole lot of money, and he can't stay on the court. And if I know Philly's thinking right now, if we can get a taker to get Embiid off our our financial role, we'll do it because he's missing almost half the games.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but when I heard this, I was shocked. I was like, "Oh my God, did they really do that?" I was blown away, and I'm like, and I know there, you can, no matter what the player is, you can always point to what they have not done, right? And we come old school, so we think everybody like either soft as toilet tissue or they're not holding up the end of the bargain. So depending on what side you're on is what it is. What I find ironic about this is a couple points is the fact that it was Dallas that contacted the Lakers. So they was tired of this madness. And what the other part that's very interesting is the factor that it's the new owners for the Mavericks. The same Mark Cuban. They kind of go with the thing, kind of flow with it. He like all of to give them the best perks in the world. Just still think they have some great perks down there as players are concerned. So no, they were like, look, you want to give you another 300 million so you can get fatter and not give us your best effort. And they went to the Lakers, and Lakers was like, I don't know about this. But what's ironic about it is, from the Lakers standpoint, for Dallas said, look, we want to go ahead and get rid of them, get rid of that 300 million, and then we want defense. And then Lakers was like, look, we ain't really been winning no championships lately, but we got a chance to give a 25-year-old dude that they think the future is going to be the face. And the other thing I'm thinking about too, so they like, I will take that chance. But when you do that, when they make that move and say, yeah, get rid of AD, love him or hate him, you basically started going into a small rebuild. Say what you want to. You cannot stand pat where you at right now. I looked at the roster last night just to check it on it again. Yeah, they, as much as they people go, well, the odds went up for the Lakers to win the championship. Are you nuts?
No.
Hell no. Nah. Have you looked at that roster? You can say what you want to about AD, but when he was out there, he was playing, he was producing. Now, he might have missed 900 games or whatever he missed, but when he was out there, usually in the postseason, he came to play. So that's no longer there. And you bring in on Luka, a dope boy, until he gets himself together. Now they expect LeBron gonna fix him and get him right, change his mind. Hell no. Nah. What I see, LeBron ain't gonna be there long, bro. I think LeBron is done. I think he's done playing basketball. I mean, unless they decide to move him. Why would you want to stay in LA with a dude that think he all everything? We old school. LeBron come, he's been around with old school too. Why he gonna sit around and pacify Luka? And you ain't gonna give LeBron the ball? How you gonna do that? We know who LeBron is. You think he gonna go, well, maybe we can work this out? Hell no. That's LeBron damn James. And y'all, those that love him or hate him, what I'm saying to you is he has done enough where he should command enough respect. Luka should at least recognize who he's playing with and how to figure it out. And I don't think he will. And that's going to tell LeBron, y'all, I don't need this. So the Lakers said, look, we went got Luka. He can be the face. 25 years old. We'll work around it. But in order to do so, it's a small rebuild. I get why they did it because they know LeBron ain't gonna be there. AD's older. You do what you do. So AD flips. They send him to Dallas. I don't know. I think he has one. This might be his last year of his contract or another one. But what I find ironic, I'm gonna get out this real quick. Dallas is quite young, as you mentioned. They got Lively when he get healthy. But what I find ironic, and y'all know who y'all are, I'm gonna say this. They ended up betting on that damn Kyrie Irving. I want to be there and talk about he didn't want to play and how horrible he was in Boston. Dallas, the new owners was like, look, we're gonna bet on Kyrie more than that damn Luka. And I got Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis will play. They got Lively, they got a little something, and realize everybody's like, well, Dallas made the finals last year. But remember why Dallas made the finals. Minnesota upset Denver, right? Nobody saw that coming. And everybody to a man, for the most part, thought Minnesota was going to be in the finals against Boston. They did not think they would lose to Dallas, but they did. And so it was almost like a fluke when they dropped in there. Then we find out Kyrie was hurt, and Boston just dominated them because they had too much talent for them to play. So I think that the new owners was like, give me AD all day long. We got some young people. We know Kyrie happy as hell. You know Kyrie gonna be throwing them oops. Kyrie, you might see a whole. You thought Kyrie played his ass off last year. Wait to with big AD down there and they running. Man, this about. I ain't said they're gonna win the title.
Right.
All I'm saying to you is the chemistry is there because now you got somebody that's one. They know how to play. They're on another level, and it's Kyrie show. And you playing with Jason Kidd, they gonna play. They gonna play defense. They got three of the top best young centers, unless they trade them, known to man. And big men make difference in championships.
So let me ask you this, and then I'll go to Black next. They said LeBron didn't know about this until after the Knicks game, and then he was at dinner with his family, and then they called about the trade. I know I don't believe that for a minute. What's your take on this? Did LeBron know this all the time? Did he orchestrate it? Let me get your take on this.
Okay, first of all, I don't think he orchestrated it. Okay, I ain't going that far. LeBron want to win. And much as he might say, Luka say the LeBron's his idol, you can't win with no damn Luka Doncic. You need AD. Okay, you want to win a championship on that team. You need AD. It ain't gonna be Finney Smith or whoever else. You need AD on that squad healthy. So I don't think LeBron orchestrated it. He might have known, and he couldn't say nothing. But I also think that LeBron not saying anything. He like that's why I asked him yesterday on the game they played the Knicks. Will we see you again next year? He goes again at the guard. He like, you never know. I'm home though. Hell no, I'm gone. Luka, come here. They have to make changes, bruh. Why would LeBron come back and just play on a mediocre ass team? He's 40. You ain't got a chance to win unless you're just trying to keep your a spot knowing so your son can play. I see that where you just chilling so your son get a spot, right? Which that shit happens. Everybody said it anyway.
Yeah.
You sit there, wait, well, I'm just gonna make sure Bronny develops and I'll just be here doing what I can. He might do something crazy like that, but you cannot tell me that man thinks he can win the championship with the way that they currently are right now.
Right. Black, I know JJ Redick probably didn't know, but I know LeBron. So your thoughts on this?
I here again, man. I think the general manager for the Lakers finally stood up. If this not to me, this is clear. They're telling LeBron, this is it, bro. This is it. We like I said, they're in the rebuild motion. This is mode. This is it. You've been there for how many years? You only brought a crappy bubble championship. We gave you every player you want. We gave you Westbrook. We gave you this. We gave you that. You complained, you moaned, you groaned. You didn't do it, boss. You didn't get it done. They're like, you know what? We're moving forward. Like I said, he's 25. He doesn't play any defense, but he will have a following in the Lakers. And Lakers always have one star player, man. Kobe, whatever it is, they just need one. And it's like LeBron, you're 40, he's 25. They don't care what you're thinking. They did you a solid. Be honest, drafting your sorry ass son. They did you a solid, bro. They gave you that was your parting gift right there to get on the court with him and then be goofy. That was your parting gift. Oscar Miana, baby. You're out of here, man. You're out, baby. You're out. You didn't know you had dinner with your family, bro. You knew. You couldn't do nothing about it. They stopped letting you play in general manager. It's done, man. It's done. I mean, yeah, go to another team at 41, see what you can do, but not a Lakers uniform. It's all done. You had your chance, boss. It's done. And Anthony Davis, just think about this for a second. They're on the same agent, bro, under the same agent. How the hell he didn't know? He couldn't do nothing about it. He knew. He knew. He couldn't do nothing. But they both said, yeah, we need one big. You got a big. He's a sloppy big, but you got him, LeBron. Go play with him. Go get it done.
I'm gonna say the one thing that nobody wants to say. And I know you're gonna be thinking it. Because I thought about it. I told my brother, I was like, damn. And it don't matter. I'm not gonna say it has nothing to do with it, but it's the elephant is in the room. Think about this. Even though it don't matter, I'm not saying one way or the other. That's how they thinking. But can you imagine, particularly if LeBron leaves after this year, there's a chance that the Lakers could have 3 white starters.
Yep.
You could have Reeves, Connect, and Luka starting for the LA Lakers. When's the last time that you've seen some like that?
Bro, I'm going to tell you something right now. That young man, Connect, they're high on him. They're high on him. For good reasons. Good reasons. I'm not mad at him for good reason. They're high on him. It's about this with the Lakers at this point now. Like I said, LeBron, you had your opportunity. Get out of here, boss. You run around doing, and guess what? Your son will be cut by the end of the year. Cut. Don't want to go in the G League. He's too good for the G League. Really? He only played G League home game. What type of nonsense is that? They woke up. I guarantee you, Phil Jackson is probably on the phone. Come here. You know what? You know what? And he stopped that. Yeah, we got to go. Because guess what? You don't think from time to time she doesn't call Phil Jackson? Come on, man. You really don't think she don't call Phil from time to time? Phil's like, enough of this horse shit. Stop it. Let's be a franchise again.
Yeah. And I'm going to start a new show, Spanish with Black Thor, Hasta Mañana. And we're going to go to college basketball. Going to go to college basketball, man. There were some great games yesterday, some upsets again. Auburn's still holding on to the number 1 spot. They've won 13 in a row. Duke is right behind them. They won 15 in a row, and they're really having people in Carolina questioning Hubert Davis' job right now at Carolina because you don't take a spanking to your rival like that. And Iowa State losing two in a row, and they're at number three. Alabama winning five in a row. They're at number four. I expect that to change. Alabama will probably be after Tuesday will be number three. What I liked yesterday is like what Black when you had that old girlfriend and you broke up, and then you get a new girlfriend and you bring her back to the old girlfriend's like restaurant or the club. Uh, you don't want to look sad. You don't want to look bad. You want to make the girlfriend look good. And Colin Perry brought Arkansas to Kentucky and spanked Kentucky and Kentucky. And I know he needed security to walk out of there. Your thoughts on college basketball, man?
I got a couple of things to say, and I'm gonna turn it up to you, good brothers, man. And it hurts my heart. I look at UConn. They're back at 25 again. I'm like, it just hurts my heart, man. And I know the Duke is there. I'll say this, man. And I think Hubert Davis's days are probably numbered. I was watching Georgetown play a couple of days ago, bro. Remember Patrick used to coach there, and they couldn't even shoot, do nothing. Georgetown looks better without him. I'm looking at Georgetown like it's the same. They got the same uniforms on. They look better. So some of these coaches, man, Hubert Davis, Patrick Ewing, that played the game, y'all can't coach a hill of beans. You really can't. I hate to say it, man. They just can't coach a hill of beans. So I'm gonna leave it there. I know we're getting close to March. I may want to start watching, but yet again, I'm having to decide if I'm gonna do this or not because I already tweeted already, but I just don't. I mean, what is the well, I'll leave that there. I don't want to upset nobody, man. We got plenty more show to go on, so let me leave that there. Let me leave that there.
All right. So I'm taking it. I'm taking it from Black. All right, college basketball. We got heaters all the way to March. All right, college basketball, man. Your thoughts, bro?
March right around the corner, though, baby. I love it. February already. So many weeks. We are close. Close. Hey, the football champion got the throne. Time for a new dog in the basketball. Change it up a little bit, 2025. Quimble, you might win this one too. March Madness. Be a double-double. That would be nice. Double-double. Anyway, get right.
Don't tempt me.
A lot of stuff is going on, but I think it's good for basketball. Like watching St. Mary's beat Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. I mean, it just kind of threw me for a loop. I was like, okay, we know what Gonzaga's been like for a while. UConn taking a couple losses. And the coach still trying to find somebody else to blame why they losing. Maybe your teams are just not as good as they were before, bro. Maybe they ain't the same squad now. We won't know until they get into the tournament. I know you're going for your little three-peat and all and everything, but you know what? Maybe the squad just ain't as good. But every once in a while, you see teams step up. Arizona's playing better. My boy Caleb Love, really, bro? Just when I want to hate you, you kill me and show me what you got. Hitting a half-court jumper to tie the game and sending it overtime, and then taking it over the win to beat Iowa State.
A great game. Great game.
Yeah, teams like Arizona making moves, Iowa State taking L's. Kansas is going down, right? Kansas, you don't know what's going on over there. Puma's one of the favorite Big Ten teams, Michigan State, making much noise. When you look at everything, and I know everybody's on Duke, and Duke will probably be the one that seed either East or West. Probably where it's going now. They probably be the number one seed in East. And that's how I'm telling you, I already know. They want Duke to be relevant, which they are. Mm-hmm. Cooper Flag is balling, but they already got that slot. When you heard it here first. They got that slot already set. You might as well go and pencil Duke in right now, even if they lose some games. Pencil Duke in as the number one seed in the East. Or if that don't work or something else, they got to go where Duke falls a little bit, they're going to send them number one out West. They want to see Cooper Flag blossom and have a great tournament. But it's a lot of teams out there that it's going to be really tight, and you're going to have to be ready to play. I look at St. John's. They're really, people are salivating because they like Rick Pitino. And everybody tell them how great they are. I'm not so sure, bro. I'm just saying, I understand the record. I see it. But you're going to have to beat somebody. I look at the other teams that are really banging it. You mentioned about Alabama, Houston, Auburn. These teams are really playing everybody. And just to throw St. John's up there like they are the great St. John's again. I mean, you beat Georgetown. I mean, it was said, Georgetown looks better, but they still in the phase from the coach from Providence coming there trying to get them right. So they're working through that. But all I'm saying, I get out here is be careful who you putting up at the top, saying how good they are till they play somebody, because you might mess around and get shot in the tournament and go like, how did they? Okay, well, you thought such was good, perpetrating fraud. I think it's the year of the fraud. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I'm looking at the standings and the rankings, and there are a lot of 4, 5, 6, and 7 lost teams in the top 25, man, which tells me that they're playing tougher competition and that teams are, really kind of trying to figure out who they are, even, in the midpoint of the season. So I've never seen teams that had like 6 and 7 losses hang in the top 25. So that's kind of peculiar to me, but tells me it's a lot of parity going on too, and the top teams are playing each other. Let's go to next week. The Super Bowl is coming up, and of course it's Kansas City and the Eagles. I'm going to give it to Black because I know he didn't. Wasn't on the show last week, and we talked about the games last week. But I'm going to give it to you. What do you see in this particular Super Bowl? I just see it as the three-peat for Kansas City. Taylor Swift's going to be there, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And my thing, I asked Ice this last week. I don't understand when a team starts winning, all the hate that comes with it. I mean, Kansas City, we were cheering for Kansas City a couple of years ago, like into the Super Bowl, Mahomes and Kelsey. Now they're the most hated team in the NFL right now because they're winning. They're a great team. Your thoughts on that, man, in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's familiarity, basically. What happens with people for the most part. We like to see the unexpected. We like to basically be razzled. We like to be dazzled. And Mahomes has done so much of that to the point where, like, you get to the point, and I don't feel this way, but it is starting, the consensus starting to feel like, enough already. And no, I mean, it's just that these cats have basically, if you think about it, they've won a lot of different ways, man. They come back different years. Think about last year throughout the season. Their receivers couldn't catch a cold, babies, basically. They were dropping everything. No one thought in their mind they was going to go on the road and win those games in the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl and win. So you have, to me, I mean, I've been seeing some commentators say this, and I agree with them. It's sad that we some people are really embodying the hate because you're basically missing out something special, man. If this team could basically pull together and win 3 Super Bowls, think about how many Super Bowls Buffalo lost. This team is going for a three-peat. It's something we may never witness again. May never. We just, in football, we may never come close to this again and act like, oh, they're just tired of it. No. So I'm going to put that aside and go back to the game. And I just think that from a standpoint with Kansas City, they basically, man, they kind of wear into you to where if you make a mistake, they're going to take advantage. At key moments, and Patrick Mahomes, I'm here. That cat he's everything. But I like what he said at the end of the game last week when they asked about it. He's like, no. He said, we're a team. Everybody want to put him on a pedestal. And Pat numbers basically have been declining. If you pay attention, his numbers have been declining each year. He said, no, we're a team. At different points of the game, somebody makes a play. That's how we're trained. That's how we work. It's not always me. Someone, if you think about it, it's true. It's not always Chris Jones. It's not always Travis Kelce. At some point, man, someone steps up on that team. You may never know the name of the back of their jersey, and they get it done. And that defensive coordinator, you give that mo for 4 quarters, it's hard to beat that defense, bro. I'm serious. You remember he was with the Giants. You see what he did to Brady?
Yeah.
You see twice. You give that cat a game. He's like a mad scientist when it comes to the defense. And a part of me, man, I'm rooting for Saquon because I love to see Saquon top the year off with a Super Bowl. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Philly defense is good, but I think 4 quarters of Mahomes, they're not going to be able to stand up to it, bro. There's going to be some point in the game in the 3rd or 4th quarter where Casey's going to enforce their will, and they're going to be victorious, man. And to me, I know he's not going to do it, but he might be quiet about it, and they all might be quiet about it. But if they win 3 Super Bowls, they can't be touched anymore, man. Kansas City basically elevates themselves to one of the top franchises in history, bro. And that's just the truth. So you got dumbass Bill Belichick over there. I heard him come out and say something like they should take Vince Lombardi's name off of what Tom Brady did. Belichick, I'm gonna tell you something. Kiss my black ass, Miss Dirty. You're out of the NFL. Stop talking. Nobody wants to hear from you anymore. You ain't talking so much when you was a coach of the Patriots. Now all of a sudden you got something to say about everything. Shut up.
Yeah, I was talking to Pop yesterday about the Super Bowl ice, and I was saying how, how Kansas City, they're being hated. But one of the things that just really kind of stood out is that Spagnuolo has 2 weeks to prepare for Saquon Barkley. And we were talking about the genius plays that Spagnuolo was calling and dialing up during their game against Buffalo, where I think we talked about last week, where they put 3 guys on one side to kind of block Allen's vision and make sure that he saw those guys before he saw what was downfield. And he just hoisted the ball up, and the guy missed it, but he had to try to come back for it. And I just thought that was brilliant. He did one in another series before that, where they blitzed on 3rd down, and Buffalo wasn't ready for it. So I would think that Spagnuolo has stuff dialed up to try to slow down Saquon Barkley in this game, because I think Saquon Barkley is the key for the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game.
Now I see that, but know this: Kansas City, he ain't getting that off against KC, man. They had to put a spy on Barkley. They're gonna do that. They're gonna try to limit the run. The defensive coordinator wants Jalen Hurts to beat them.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts gonna have to have a day. Might be 300 and some change passing yards and like 3-4 touchdowns. He gonna have to be involved. He gonna have to run, because they are gonna do everything they can to key on Barkley. It's different when you don't know he's coming. Everybody knows he's gonna try to get it off. So they're gonna be coming for him, and they're gonna try to put pressure on Hurts to win the game. And as much as you mentioned talking about Barkley is probably MVP, amazing MVP numbers, doing some amazing things. But in a game like that, when you are a defensive coordinator and you know the dude is running and you know he coming, you can do some little things. Not saying he won't get his decent yards, but you're not just gonna let him run wild because you expect it. And that's what you're gonna do. And the defense is gonna be fired up to shut him down too. This is a real challenge. It's the last game of the year. They're gonna be fired up. But the other part that we talked about before is the fact that KC is healthy, bro. And I just keep talking about their depth on offense from the standpoint of two-headed monster at running back with Hunt and Pacheco, and then you got the tight end in Kelsey. But the last game, Mahomes can run when he needs to. But that Joker threw to 8 different receivers, bro. 8 different receivers. To him, it don't matter. It's like, who open? They got double on you? Oh, don't worry about it. Worthy looked like an all-pro. Worthy been in the league, what, 2 years?
Yeah.
He looked like an all-pro last game. Then you got other dudes that's hungry, like DeAndre Hopkins. He ain't won no Super Bowl. You know, he won a touchdown. He hungry. You know, they would do anything now. Once you get that ring, bro, like I said, and I'm gonna bring this back to basketball. Remember when AD was hungry when he came over from holding the boy them? He played lights out. He wasn't hurt, nothing. He was out there and they got it done. When you get hungry guys that want to have that ring, Hollywood Brown, they become magical, bro. Magical. And I think that's what's gonna happen with KC. KC is like, we're not even worried about it. Y'all gonna have to earn this, but they come together, and every year you say what you want to about Andy Reid's and his pastries and his commercials and all that, but that little collective thing they got going on, bro. They got funny commercials and they know how to win a football game. That's it, and you got to give it up. They win this, you got to say dynasty. You got to. I mean, love or hate him. I'm not the biggest KC fan, but how could you not like Mahomes? That dude is just. As much as you want to pump up, I know the folks say, well, it's not Josh Allen's reason why they're losing. 6 times, bro. I'm so tired of y'all giving me these damn excuses about the quarterback don't have nothing to do with the team losing. After a while, don't you go home? Don't you think Tom Brady kept losing like this? He'd be like, hell with this, man. We got to do something. I got to do something to get over the hump. And it's not happening. The only thing he has down, like I said before, Josh Allen goes up he has that proverbial hug, handshake. Good job, guys. We'll see y'all next year. He got that down to a science.
I like those commercials with Andy Reid, man. I like them, man.
Hey,
I love them.
Chefs.
Yeah.
but he's hilarious even more when old boy goes, The former Rooski, your boy, like, I ain't saying that.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I love you should draw the guy's face too, man. I know who I'm about.
He was saying, look, I ain't saying that. That's stupid.
All right, Black, give me a quick hitter.
You know what's interesting, man? You know, I do the W report when they're playing for the most part. There's been some trades going on for the most part. Your girl went to she left the Aces. They got rid of her. I was kind of surprised, man. They
Yeah, me
shipped her
too.
out of there. Yeah, they brought someone on. So there's some movements going on in NBA, WNBA. But the thing that really stands out to me, you got people now vying for expansion. And I'm like, you're not making money, you're losing money. Why are you trying to expand? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's just from a business standpoint, it doesn't. You know, Candace Parker wants to put a team in Nashville. I'm not sure about that. And then you got, you know, Grant Hill trying to bring a team back to Detroit. There was a team in Detroit that left. You think the reason they left because they weren't being supported? I just don't make it make sense to me. I mean, maybe you all should start to make money first where you expand. You already put one in California now. I just don't understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. You had a good year last year. That was based on Caitlin Clark. Let's be honest. It was based on her. We don't know what this season is going to bring. We don't know. Calm the talk down with this expansion. Bring it down. Close it.
Yeah, it doesn't make business sense. Ice, your quick hitter.
Yeah, NFL's all kind of stuff going on. Jerry got his guy, Schottenheimer. Exactly what he's looking for. You can control him, tell him what to do, and if you get 12 wins, he had a hell of a season, right, Jerry? But that's Jerry. Jerry, as general manager, that's what he wanted to do. But the other point too is good to see Eric Bieniemy back in the league. Eric Bieniemy is going to be the run bucks coach for the Bears. Good to see him back in the league. What's ironic though is we talked about this before. The other thing too is I'm trying to remember. Even though ironic, isn't it ironic? It's ironic to me that this name was mentioned about possible opportunities, and everybody thought he was going to really maybe get one of these jobs, and he didn't. Brian Flores.
Yeah,
Care what y'all say, that damn lawsuit still matter, bro. Ain't nobody doing that. He's still suing the league. They're trying to keep him quiet. So we're going to entertain him. He's still on the bench.
you gonna say something, Black?
No, he's right, man. I mean, NFL is shrewd if they ain't anything else, baby. They're shrewd. Yeah, he had a few interviews. They just chose not to. And I will say this, man, because we were, get me wrong, we were banging the drum for black head coaches, bro. Guess what? You know, look around you. There's been a few popping up. I love the guy. I love the Jets head coach. I love what he said to the media. They're talking about the media, and he said, "No, I'm not Bill Parcells. Don't talk about Bill. I'm me." I love that from that brother. And I'll say this, man. One thing we don't talk about enough, and I say us, I mean us three. There's a lot of black general managers in NFL. Quietly, there's a lot. Detroit, Cleveland, they're around, man. We forget that when the Giants win the Super Bowl, there's a black general manager. So they got a lot to bring to court, boss. They got when it comes down to that lawsuit, he just may want to bring that and shut that down. And I'm sorry to say that, but reality, boss, it's not. I mean, they're gonna roll out. You gotta, look at Atlanta. Look at New York. Prime markets, boss.
Ice, last second shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something real quick. First of all, Gabe Vincent, the former NBA, Major League Baseball commissioner, passed. First thing come to my mind is he was the guy that made sure that Pete Rose was going to be banned from baseball, from the Hall of Fame, because his mentor, Bart Giamatti, passed from health issues, and people say worrying about the Pete Rose situation. They say Pete Rose helped to kill him. Anyway, allegedly. That's one thing, but may he rest in peace. Also, Pete Rose had passed not too long ago either. Isn't that ironic how that kind of works out same way? Last thing too, big announcement out there, craziness. Starting from scratch, I guess so, baby. That's what we do. When you win, it happens. Raiders have hired former Ohio State offensive coordinator Chip Kelly as their offensive coordinator. So you got to start from scratch in Columbus. Still good. We got 4 and number 2 over there. Still make it happen. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Black, I don't even want to talk about Raiders. Black, last second shot.
You know what's interesting, man? I don't know what these NFL players think about when they go to massage parlors. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Now you got the kicker from the Ravens doing the same kind of. That's like bro, have you guys ever heard of escorts? Realistically, you can pay women to do this stuff. They want to do these things. Why go to a massage bar? I don't want to enforce them. They're trying to. I don't understand it. I just don't. But I think it's time for the NFL to come out with a ban. Stop going to massage parlors. Just stop. You're no longer
It
going
has
to
to go
walk
for
into a
owners too.
yes, yes. It's just this alleged stuff is just way too much. Come on, man. Because we all know if there's smoke, damn it, Ron, it might be.
Don't just to the players. It got to be the owners too. Kraft. Anywho, you didn't mention this, but we lost a great NBA player in Gus Williams. And folks, if you don't know who Gus Williams was, go check him out on YouTube. Played for the Seattle SuperSonics with Dennis Smith and part of those great teams in Seattle. Every time I see him, it makes me wish that Seattle kept that franchise in Seattle because that was one of the highlights. I know in my childhood watching the Seattle Supersonics with Sigma and Smith and Gus Williams. Rest in peace, ancestor. And we will never forget you. You brought some great times in basketball history as far as I'm concerned in the NBA. That's our show. We'll check you out next week. Peace.